I'm more concerned about business behavior and slowing down than I am about consumer behavior. The people continue to spend. You continue to see them feel a little bit better. Housing is a little bit better. All the things that affect them. Stock market levels are higher, are in decent shape, and consumers and economy has been growing. The question was, will everything going on cause them to slow down again?
What are you seeing from businesses right now, from your clients?
Beginning really almost a year and a half ago, businesses were getting concerned about the nature of the dialogue about the fiscal situation in Washington and in Europe, and the issues that had to be dealt with long term, and how it would affect near-term business in terms of what would be accelerated depreciation for investment in business, what would be the final demand. And so the uncertainty factor started weighing in, and it just caused everybody to be much more cautious, and they continue to be more and more cautious, worried about what might happen next.
You're a member of the Fix the Debt organization. You're worried about what happens if we go over the fiscal cliff. Lay out the scenario for how things would go down if we actually do move past January 1 without an agreement.
If you get lots of economists' projections, you'll see that the general view is the economy would have negative growth or slightly negative growth or a couple percentage points, whatever there is, but it's a near-term recession impact. And that wouldn't be good for the economy because it's been moving its way out. What's really after people is, will we be serious about fixing the long-term problems of America's fiscal situation? Basically, having more revenue and less expenses so we can get the thing more in line. And that's preoccupying people because they're worried about the longer-term issue. And so I think that if this doesn't move forward with a solution that actually starts to lay out a groundwork to solve the long-term issues, I think it could have the potential of being disappointing even if it is fixed. We
talk to a lot of CEOs who say that they already have to go to their boards and they have to lay out their plans for what they're planning on doing in January. Right. And they have to move forward with a plan that has an assumption that we don't get some sort of a solution. Right. Do you hear that from your clients?
Yes, absolutely. So I think it's not January. They were actually forming these plans in August and September. So even leading up to that, people are becoming more conservative. And I think that's had an impact on what the growth would be in 13, all things being equal. And I think we're in danger if this thing strings out into 13, that you could start to have problems of what 14 would look like. Because municipalities and others make their budget in a half year, and then corporations make their budget basically early fall. And the decisions people are being thoughtful about are, should I build a plant? Should I add new equipment? What will the final demand be? All that is pretty much done for corporate America right now for 13. And you really talk about what happens next. And so my concern is we need to get a solution that has both some near-term fixes, for lack of a better term, and then a longer-term viewpoint that they're going to be serious about it to give the confidence to have people actually think about 13 into 14 being a very constructive year and not think anything else.
You've been to Washington. You've spoken with lawmakers about this. Have you told them these concerns about this short-term fix after short-term fix and what it actually means?
I try to do two things. One is I obviously talk to them and say, I don't speak of Bank of America. We're a big company. We have 270,000 people. We have lots of people who can help us think through all these scenarios. But I said, put yourself in the shoes of one of our clients. That's a manufacturing company with 500 people. And the amount of things that they face, they're probably more global than they were many years ago. So they're worried about whether China's going to grow as fast or what's happening in Europe. Then you add the United States uncertainty where they thought that was a rock that they understood, and suddenly they pull back. And then you add, they don't know their personal tax rates, they don't know what their employee tax rates will be, and they pull back. And so what I try to talk to more about is what our clients see than what we see, because what I think we add value is we see 30,000 middle market companies in the country, and by hearing from them we can help articulate what they're seeing and how they're behaving.